Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, a part of Redbud Realty and Associates. This morning I had an interview with the local newspaper and a couple of things they wanted to know about. First of all, as state president of the Oklahoma Association of Realtors, what did I feel like the future of Oklahoma real estate was going to be, things we want to accomplish. After that was done, then the question started turning to my own business. Now, investment is the primary source of business that I've done for the last 24 years. And the gentleman wanted to know, what about investment in Oklahoma? And what I'd explained to him from a kind of a macroeconomic real estate point of view is after the meltdown in 2007 and 2008, investors flocked to the distressed areas of Florida and Arizona and Nevada, for instance, buying up property that had dropped at least, in some cases, as much as 80%. Much of it with cash, and so investments found an opportunity. And if we look at the overall real estate statistics in the United States, we find that this recovery that we're seeing in housing in the United States is primarily being driven by investors. And these investors have gone into these areas of high unemployment, high economic distress, and high foreclosures, and they have bought up all the property they can get their hands on. Now, what's happened in this last year, however, is interesting. If, for instance, you're trying to buy in Las Vegas, you're competing against maybe 50 other offers. In other words, those inventory levels are way down, and when they do come up, then the bids are going up quite a bit. And two things are happening in Phoenix and Las Vegas and other areas is, first of all, there's almost a mini bubble going on. In other words, the markets have risen a little bit too quickly. And then second of all, in terms of investments, we always talk about the law of supply and demand. Because if we're oversupplied for demand, then rental rates go down and your return on investment is not as good. This is happening in a lot of these areas where investors are still trying to bomb in and really a little bit late to the party. And so what happens with savvy investors is they start turning away from speculation. In other words, the time for speculating in investment real estate is gone. In most cases, but what has replaced it is the basic fundamentals. We look at the economy, we look at the employment level, we look at the population growth, we look at the housing values, the stability of the market, and the vacancy rate. Because what's really important to investors today is not what you can deliver on paper, but what you can deliver in reality. And for this reason, Oklahoma City is back on the map. I am dealing with individual investors here in Oklahoma and Oklahoma City that want to buy up property. I'm dealing with my old investors out of California that are buying again here. I'm dealing with out-of-state and even out-of-country real estate hedge funds, the institutional buyers that are coming into Oklahoma. And why? Because it's a market you can trust. It's values that you can trust. We did not have a bubble. We did not even have the semblance of a mini bubble coming. We have an incredibly low vacancy rate. We have the lowest unemployment of major cities in the United States. In other words, this is a great market for the fundamentals for the investor that wants to hold on to those investments long term. Now, if you're interested in the Oklahoma City market, I do emphasize that you should call me. What we'll do for you is two things. First of all, I've been doing this for 24 years. I've got a great team assembled in every aspect, including property management, insurance, fix-up, mortgage companies, whatever you need. We have that for you. And the second thing is we give you very detailed return on investment analysis based on our experience, but even more than that, we do something that is more than paper. We deliver in reality because we have evidence to show you why we're coming up with these numbers, and you need to know the proof. So if you are a fundamental investor and you don't want a high-risk speculative property, we emphasize that you should come to Oklahoma and give us a consideration. The market is strong. This is what we do. This is what my team does, and we are so happy to help you. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.